Hey guys, Tonezone117 back here again with a special video. Now, as some of you may know, a few weeks back I posted my 2,000 subscriber special. I was gonna follow that up with a bonus video, but the file got corrupted, sadly. I was pretty bummed out about it, but then I saw my friend Flimburger's Q&A video, and I really liked it, so I decided to make my own one. Over the last few weeks, I've been asking you guys on Instagram and Discord to send me in questions, and I have 32 of them here today. So without further ado, let's go answer some f***ing questions, shall we? Question from cog_apple3 on Instagram. What level ate you in Halo 5? Well, I don't eat games.
It's 59, bruh.
Alright, next question. Shaw_fam96 on Instagram asks, what's your top 5 Universal Century and Alternate Universe Gundam series? Okay, my top 5 UC series would be Unicorn, Gundam The Origin, Mobile Suit Gundam 1979, 8MS Team, and Stardust Memory. Alex._.lewis_ on Instagram asks, what do you like better, ass or biddies? Both. Next question, my classmate Sing Yi asks, try listening to 2NE1 and Sister Lonely. It is K-pop, maybe you should try listening. I found it very nice, happy face. Let's go. Exhibit_F on Instagram asks, how can I kill myself and make it Gundam related?
Hey everybody! Yeah. Look at me! I'm so fucking cool! Yeah!
Shargamus_LB on Instagram asks, what is your favorite Transformers movie off-screen character from both factions? I think what he's trying to say is like figures from the toy line, which did not appear in the movie. For the off-screen movie Autobot, I'd say the deluxe class Breakaway. I know he's in the game, but he wasn't in the movie, so this kind of counts. I really like his design. I love how the wings kind of fold back and fold in front and kind of make the shell of his torso. And the design is actually pretty unique. It's kind of like hunched down. His head is sunk into his cockpit and everything. And he's a jet. You don't really see jet Autobots often in the movie, so that's a bonus. And for my favorite Decepticon off-screen character, I'm gonna say Mudflap. He was from the 2007 Allspark line, I think. It's like a yellow repaint of the Cybertron or Galaxy Force Mudflap. I just really love his figure from the original Cybertron series, and I like the yellow that they gave him in the movie line, so I'm just gonna say that one. Alright, next question comes from a live stream which me and my handsome buddy, the Transformer Gundam, did on Instagram, and the person who asked me a question was Servants, and he says, what was the hardest stop motion you ever did? Well, the hardest stop motion I ever did was probably the one about the Play of the Game parody. That one had, like, I think 4 or 5 figures in it, and over 3,000 frames. It took me about 5 days to film and about 2 weeks to edit. So that was probably the hardest one. And also I did a lot of new special effects stuff with that one. So I want to kill myself. Clumsy Gumpla on Instagram asks, how do you think if there's a Gundam X JoJo crossover show? Well, if you're asking how I think, well, the neurons and synapses work in my brain, and they fire off like signals across all over the brain, and that's how I think. That's the concept of consciousness, I suppose. I guess, so that's how I think.
Science rules.
And my good man Cormac, the Transformer Gundam on Instagram asks, do you have more Gundams or Transformers in your collection? Transformers. Well, I've been only building Gundam for about 5 years now. I started back in 2013, I suppose, and I've been collecting Transformers since I was 4. So it's been well over a decade. So I clearly have more Transformers. I mean, you can just look at all this. Like, the only Gundam custom parts on my display is this part, and everything else is Transformers except for the Lego stuff on these two levels here. Everything else is Transformers. There's Transformers on the back of the camera, there's Transformers in the cabinet here, Transformers on the table, Transformers on my bed, Transformers on the table which the tripod is standing on. So I guess you could say my room is more than meets the eye. Clumsy Gunpla on Instagram asks, are you okay with religion? No.
First, the realization that there are lots of different religions and they can't all be right. And the Christian one in which I was brought up was clearly only one of many. But that didn't finally make me into an atheist. What finally made me into an atheist was the realization that there was no scientific reason to believe in any sort of supernatural creator. And that came with the understanding of Darwinian evolution.
Clumsy Gunpla also asks, which Gundam timeline is the favorite? The favorite is Universal Century! Unicorns! Official _Kaioken _user _ just kidding asks, do you think Thundercracker and Skywarp were nothing but a cash grab for toys or a need to add new characters? Well, kind of, but also not really. Skywarp and Thundercracker technically have their own style, apart from Starscream, but I guess you could say they're just lazy clones of him to sell more toys and add, like, more richness to the lore. But personally, I really enjoy Thundercracker and Skywarp in the Transformers universe, so I don't really see any fault with that. Strawberry on Discord asks, how did you end up with the name Tonezone? Okay, this is a pretty strange story. It takes place in 2009, when I first got my Xbox. So when I got my Xbox, I also got my Xbox Live redeem code that came with my Xbox Elite. And I was gonna make an account, and they asked me for a username. And I didn't quite know what to put as a username. I didn't want to use my full name because I thought it was dumb. So I just sat around in my living room for half an hour, just trying to find things that rhymed with each other. And I settled on the name Tonezone because I thought of it as like a zone for the tone. Because I really enjoy music, and I'm beginning to learn how to play music with the guitar. I guess my little mind was like, well, this is the zone for the tone. The Tonezone.
Oh, beautiful!
And the 117 at the back is a pretty obvious a nod to the Master Chief from the Halo series. I love him so much. Strawberry from Discord also asks, when/how were you exposed to model building? Well, I was exposed to model building in 2012, but technically I only started in 2013. So back in 2012, my good buddy Eiffel introduced me to Gundam through Gundam Age, and I was introduced to Gundam mainly on YouTube as well through stop motion animations and Gundam Unicorn clips, because they were pretty big at the time. I got my first model in 2012. It was a Master Grade Gundam Age 1 Normal. I still have it displayed somewhere over there. And I didn't really build much throughout the year, but the next year after, when I went to high school, or like Asia's high school equivalent, I started building more and more and more. I got a lot of high grades and a few master grades like the Nemo and the Zaku 2 2.0s. And D_Naito asks, where are you from? I'm from Singapore. Strawberry on Discord also asks, do you have any other hobbies? My other hobbies, if you could call them hobbies, would be stop motion animation. They're one of the things which I really enjoy doing. I've been doing stop motion since I was 8 or 9, so it's been about a good decade of like teaching myself how to animate. I've been teaching myself everything I know now, like how to animate walking, jumping, shooting, using muzzle flashes with flashlights and everything, and editing software and whatnot. And I guess you could call stop motion my other hobby thing. That's about it. Oh, and watching porn. That's a great hobby. Strawberry from Discord also asks, What type of music do you jam to? I listen to all kinds of music: jazz, rock, pop, electro, you know, all the things kids love nowadays. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in. I'll be the roundabout, the words that make you out and out. Okay, moving on. That gun cannon guy on Discord asks, why don't you like the Federation? That's why. It's your boy with 4 eyes on Discord asks, what inspires you to build your customs and what got you into building Gunpla? Well, I already explained how I got into building Gunpla, but how I got inspired to do custom work is Jabman025 and Vegeta on YouTube. They do amazing custom work, especially Vegeta. And also the Hobbylink Japan show Gunpla TV, I believe one of Sid's custom works, or Ryan's, was a Sinanju, which was like sunshine yellow. I think it's called like bird Sinanju, lightning bird, or sunshine Sinanju, but whatever. So all of these things, and also my imagination, are all a factor that makes me addicted to plastic shavings. Next question comes from Flynnberger on Discord. He asks, tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do with yourself? Work, school, porn? What's your process for making your videos? Well, my name's Isaac. I'm 17 this year. I'm from Singapore. I watch porn, I guess. I just graduated high school. I don't have a job right now, but I plan on getting one in the following years, or maybe after my military draft. What's your process on making videos? Well, I film, and then I spend hours editing in one go, and then I upload, and then I knock out on the bed.
It's that easy.
Alright, next question comes from Nicholas_Benezer on Instagram. He asks, what grade of the Gunpla do you like the most? I'm kind of on the fence between high grade and master grade, because high grades have a lot of variety and they're easy to build, but master grade looks way better and they have a lot more detail. So I'm gonna say HMG, high grade, master grade thing. Next question, Aron from Discord asks,
you like jazz?
Next question, Hyrie_Oakenshield on Instagram asks, is my screensaver looks good? Okay, he kind of took it in a landscape mode, so I gotta turn my computer. I don't know what it is, but it looks good. I like the art style. It's detailed, it's classy. She looks cute. Are those Dragon Balls on her neck? Next question comes from Gunpla_Nexus on Instagram, and he asks, do you keep anything in your Haro containment unit? As of now, not anything. It's just kind of like a display piece in my workplace now. Kind of gives me motivation to be the best guy ever, because Haro is a really good motivator, unlike that R5 unit in A New Hope.
The R2 unit has a bad motivator, look!
Chris BJ Darmanamamamam on Instagram asks, which do you think is better, the full armor Gundam or the Psycho Zaku? Again, this. Next question, Shah_fan96 on Instagram asks, would you rather give up Transformers or Gundam? That's a tough one. I agree, that is a tough one. I mean, I love Transformers more than Gundam, but Gundam is my most favorite hobby ever, and I've met so many awesome people through the community. Next question, writing_with a pen on Instagram asks, if a Transformer became a Power Master for a Gundam, Power Master is kind of this gimmicky thing that Transformers have in the G1 series, what would your preferred Gundam and Transformer be? I'm assuming he's asking if a Transformer could be a Power Master to a Gundam, to a mobile suit, what would I choose? This question makes no sense, so I'm just gonna throw something out there. Optimus Prime Power Master with a gun tank. Optimus Prime sits on the gun tank, and the gun tank becomes 3 times faster and shoots giant laser cannons that will make the Grips 2 look like a piece of shit. Carter Freeland on Instagram asks, what is your favorite Gundam / mobile suit? Okay, I'm gonna split this into 2 parts, one for the Gundam, one for the mobile suit. So my favorite Gundam is the Unicorn Gundam, and my favorite mobile suit is the Zaku 2. Bound by Gundams on Instagram asks, do you plan to get swole as fuck after desired weight loss has been achieved? Of course. Alright, my good friend Toy_enthusiast on Instagram asks, how many anime hoes do you own currently, and what anime hoes do you want in your collection? I have about maybe 10 anime figures. If I had to pick a anime hoe to have, I'd say the Bishoujo Katana statue from the DC thing. Looks really awesome. And also more Yoko Littner stuff from Tenjin Toppaku and Lagan. Next question, Gunpla_4306 on Instagram asks, do you have any suggestions or tips on making diorama buildings? Well, I've never done dioramas in a while, but I guess the best way to do a diorama building is to get pla plate, styrene sheet. I would recommend 1mm thickness for the styrene sheet, and just kind of make the general shape of the house, like the four sides, and then kind of shave the top so it looks like a roof, and then, you know, put more plates over there, then like cut holes for windows, and like, you know, like sand it out, then add details of panels and everything. Then after that, paint it, then weather it, then bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. Just another metal plebe on Instagram asks, what's the shittiest mobile suit and shittiest transformer? Mobile suit doesn't include balls / mobile workers. Okay, so the shittiest mobile suit is the Gem, RGM-79 Gem from the original anime. I mean, they have a lot of badass variations, but I mean, just look at them. All it has is a small little pee-wee gun and a paper shield. As for the shittiest transformer, I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but if I really had to say who a shitty transformer is, then I'd say Wheelie. Because, oh my f***ing god, he is so annoying. Orsina, or Orsena_XT on Instagram asks, how will you look like if you're a Gundam Build Fighters character, and what's your Gunpla? Okay, I would be wearing a Gundam t-shirt with some shorts, and also my TZ-117 hat. And my Gunpla would probably be my Master Grade Gundam Mark II TZ-117 Ace Pilot Colors Custom. This guy over here, katana blades as a backpack sticking out, and has 2 double bullet cannons, 1 on each side, and also a wrist-mounted miniguns. Aldio Winonade on Instagram asks, thoughts on the Super Robot Wars X trailer? Well, let's go check it out. Thomas the Tank Engine! Ooh. Yo! Oh! Oh! Ooh! Yo! Go! Oh, it's Gundam X! Ooh! Ooh! Oh! Yo! Ooh! Yo! Ooh! Ooh! That was fucking badass. There on Instagram asks, what app / program did you use to edit in the effects? I think he's talking about one of the edited photos I have of my latest project on Instagram. So I use an app called PixArt on my phone, and I get the effects as PNG files on Google Images, then I just paste them in, add color grading, and I crop it, you know, like, and then let it blend in and stuff, and that's about it. Alright, final question comes from my best buddy, Nemesis Prime 521 on Instagram, and he asks, why do you feel that robot franchises as a whole are important? Wow, that's a pretty deep question. I'm gonna say that robot franchises are important because they are a good outlet for people, mainly guys, to expand and express our imagination through sci-fi. So not only is it awesome because it's giant fucking robots, it also stems somewhat from reality because robots usually come from engineering and whatnot. So there is some form of realism to it, sci-fi wise. So it's not really out of this world insane like fairies or witches or some stupid shit like, oh, I don't know, SAO. And also giant robots. So robots, because robots and robots and robots and robots robots and robots robots. Alright, thanks for watching this Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, answering all those wonderful questions you guys gave to me. So, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of this crap, please subscribe. And if you have any more questions that you want me to answer in the comments below, or anything you want to say to me in general, please feel free to put them in the comments below. And robots, I love you. I love you. Goodbye.